Hey there YouTube, how are you? I'm Al, I'm from Bon Voyage Expeditions. Today, while we're getting ready for a overland trip to Texas, Dallas, we're gonna do a review on basically a 1-year review of our tents that we use. The tents are Front Runner self-opening tents. I call them self-opening tents. Anyways, let's look at the way we store them. Okay, in our LR3, here's the tents. This is how we store it. Now, this is how I store the tents. It does not mean that you should store the tents this way. A lot of people I've seen use is that we have a bike rack in the back. So obviously this is our setup here. Sometimes while we have bikes and we have too much gear, which does happen, we store it this way. Just hang it, just like so. Okay. You also, while you're not using your bikes or bike rack, you can actually do it here. There's a plenty amount of strapping. You can strap it. You can also carry it as a backpack. Right here. So, stay tuned. I'm going to go on and open it up in our field, which we call it a field, which is basically our backyard. See you in a few. So the flip-flop tents are very, very simple. Basically, you open it up and you flip so. Now, we have 3 of them. We use 3 of them and with the greatest success. We overland on a regular basis. It has been a year since we've been using them. We did use them, we did abuse them. We have 2 kids and a dog, and and we go around and around and around. So this particular tent has been used and abused. Okay, I can attest to that, and it held up. So basically, we're gonna go and show how to open. So, opening this tent. Again, very simple operation. We are going to unzip the bag, take the tent out. Okay, this is the tent, and then we just Now, I would like to add some things about this tent. This tent is not a 4-season tent. This tent is literally 3 seasons at best. Okay. What happens is when we did an overland trip to Blue Ridge Parkway, when basically 5,000 feet up, and it was pretty cold. But the reason why we got this, we do reside in Florida. And in Florida, we basically have hot weather. Very humid, hot, and sometimes disgusting. But in reality, we needed airflow for the tent. And very easy, fast setup, because when you come in at nighttime to your campsite, you would like to have a quick setup. Okay? So, here we are. I'm gonna go show you what's happening with the tent inside of it and so on and so forth. Now, mind you, I'm 6'4", 230 pounds. So I'm not a small guy. I sleep in it comfortably. Okay, me and my wife. My wife is 5'6", 5'7", roughly. 100 and I would say 120 pounds. So even we sleep in it very comfortably. Now, I'm gonna take you through the beauty of the pop tent. So here's the tent. I'm gonna go around it. Okay. And we're gonna go inside. Now, as you can see, it's a very nice, sizable tent. Again, 2 people are just fine sleeping here. Extreme amount of storage on this side. For this size of a tent, it's a beautiful storage area. This side, you have this side. Okay, you also have loops on both sides, here and right here. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, these loops they do help with drying your gear and hanging things. Now on sides here and here, there's netting here. This tent is extremely airy. It has a lot of air movement and sometimes even gets cold. Now, the way that this tent, I'm gonna go inside, and here I am here. Okay, again, I'm a pretty large guy. Now, as far as this tent goes, the reason why it's airy because it's made out of two parts. It's top part and a bottom part. Top part is basically your ripstop material, which shelters you from the rain. You cannot take it off. You cannot take the top part off. It comes with a stationary with the tent. Now, the reason why it's airy is because you have, this is the one part of it. Okay, this is the top part of it. Okay, basically zippers, which is extremely well-made zippers. Everything is extremely well-made. I have to say, it's been a year. I mean, you definitely can see. I don't know if you can actually see, but it's sealed. We have been rained upon for a week straight, and we were just fine. Now, this is what I was talking about, 2 parts, and why it's airy. When you gotta close this area, let me try to close this up here. Would you guys bear with me? 1 second. Now, here I am inside the tent again. Now I closed the front door, as I call it. And this is what happens here. As you can see, here around this area, I'm gonna lift it. You have air movement, and a lot of it. Okay, and it goes all the way around, and all these air pockets. Okay, I mean, I can't say any bad thing about this tent. Again, I'm sitting here in Florida right now, and outside right now is I believe roughly 80 something degrees. You know, I'm very much comfortable, and I'm obviously with a long sleeve shirt. So basically that's what it is with this tent. An extremely made, very well made tent. I do recommend anybody who's into light travel, very fast setup, and so on and so forth, to get it. So let me come out and show you what's happening on the outside. Okay, so here we go again. Again, I'm 6'4". I came out. Me personally, I would definitely suggest using this tent with some. If it rains a lot, you should use it as with some sort of a cover. The reason for it is when it rains, okay, and you have some sort of a cover it up right here. Rain will fall in, okay, and you're gonna get a nice wet spot there. So, again, 1 year of usage, and I'm going to show you the details. I mean, you can see that we used it and I've used it. I mean, it's literally very much a used tent. So there you go. It's such a well-made tent with a lot of such a great material they use, and there's so much thought involved in this tent that I'm extremely surprised. Having had so many tents so far, I have not even experienced anything like this. So here's the tent itself. So this is the fiberglass poles. And this is the part I was saying that this is a two-piece stand. I'm gonna just lift it. Okay, so you can actually see how this works, and it's an amazing system. It really is. Again, I'm not sure. Can't really tell you the pricing on it. I don't remember, but I'll tell you one thing that it's worth the money. It really is worth the money. And my kids love it. My wife loves it. And there's nothing bad I can say about it. Okay, obviously you have strings. Not only that, these are little things, but they do matter. These straps here, okay. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna set up the whole thing. I mean, you know, if you are in the market for a tent, you definitely know what this is all about. But the good thing about this, these are glow in the dark. You actually can see them, which is a great thing. Okay, and amazing enough, okay. You know, so I mean, there's many times that I tripped at nighttime over the lines and guidelines and so on and so forth. So I definitely see this as a huge plus. Everything is very well thought of in this tent, very well accomplished. I mean, it's an amazing stitches. Look, the stitching is just amazing on this. Understand? The kudos go out to the company. I mean, I do have a lot of front runner gear, but honestly speaking, this is one of the best pieces of gear that I ever purchased from them. You know, and I recommend it to anybody. So we're gonna do a tutorial how to put this thing away. It's very weird to most of the people, extremely weird, but it's very easy. So there you go. It's like an accordion type of thing. Grab the bottom. Okay. Stand it up. Okay. And then just twist it. And it's done. The tent is basically it's done. This is how you put it together. So enjoy. Go to Front Runner and purchase one. You're gonna love it, believe me. Bon voyage.